70-year-old Ken Wild has been a sheep farmer all his life on this windy West Yorkshire moorland. He now has over 1,400 sheep, 2,500 acres of land and a unique road problem. His father first came to this farm when Ken was just a boy. He fondly remembers how remote and cut off they were.
Nice and peaceful, very quiet, nothing about at all. The nearest main road was about half a mile away. We used to have to go across a ford in the river at the bottom to get here. It was the only way up to the farm.
But in 1966, the highways inspectors arrived with plans to destroy Ken's peaceful pastures.
They came through inspecting the land and the layout of it for a start, and we didn't really think anything had come of it, but it has done.
The M62 was built, and Ken learnt to adapt to farming life alongside the fast lane. But there are some things he never got used to.
Well, it's certainly very noisy, and where it was all nice and quiet and peaceful before, this is going day and night now.
Having a high-speed road next to your house is bad enough, but that's only half the story. Ken now finds himself living on the central reservation of the M62. Because of the lie of the land, the 6 lanes couldn't be built together, so they were built around his farmhouse. Just like his sheep, Ken is well and truly penned in.
They asked did we want to stay on living here, and there wasn't anywhere else with acreage this size that we could find, so we decided to stay on.
But Ken still had a problem. How to herd his flock across one of the country's busiest motorways. So to keep precious sheep from becoming lamb chops, the planners dug deep.
There's only about 15 acres between the motorway, and all the rest is either below or above the motorway. If you want to get to that land, you have to go through many times a day.
Despite travelling at speeds of over 70 miles an hour, some passing motorists don't pass, they drop in. Over the years, there have been so many uninvited guests on Ken's land that the Highways Agency recently erected a reinforced crash wire to protect his home. It's all a bit of a change from the peaceful times of old.
Oh, there's certainly more interest. Whether it's all for the good or not, I don't know. People can get used to anything and put their mind to it as a rule.
Some uninvited visitors to this unique motorway services have unusual requests.
Only about a fortnight ago, there was a couple came one morning. They'd had a puncture and he came to borrow a jack. Anyway, I've had that much stuff that's walked that I've lent to people in years gone by. I've said that they have to leave a deposit now and they can have it back when they bring the item back, whatever they've borrowed. Anyway, he said he hadn't any money at all, but he'd leave his girlfriend. So I believe he left his girlfriend in the house until he got his job done and come back to pick her up. I don't know what would have happened if he'd left her here, what I'd have done with her.
One thing Ken does know, his farming life has never been the same since the traffic planners called.